How's it, guys? Welcome to Juliusdale in the Eastern Highlands of Zimbabwe. I'm here in lockdown and have managed to flee out of the capital city and out into the wilds. And I'm going to do something very special for my insiders and Patreon supporters. I'm going to take you on a little walk up to the top of a beautiful granitic rock dome called Susurumba, which means the frog. So we fled, there's no one around. We just got a few of us and a couple of dogs that might cause a little bit of problems. And we're going to go and have a walk up to the top of this hill. You guys are coming along for the ride? So let's go. Okay, so you start this walk from the Pine Tree Inn, a beautiful old 65-year-old hotel just before you get to Juliusdale, very clearly signposted. And you leave your car in the car park and then you just ask them to show you the way down across the little dam, and then you head up. So right at the bottom you're in this area of characteristic exotic pines and wattles, but you very quickly get out of that into the native vegetation. And as you can see behind me here, this is a beautiful example of the velvet bush willow, the Combretum molly, which is a very common tree in this part, and lovely soft leaves. They always say if you're caught short in the bush and you don't have any toilet paper, this makes a very good substitute. And you can always tell this one through this kind of russet colored four-pointed seeds that are, you know that this is a Combretum when you see them. All right, guys, we're right at the bottom. We've just got out of the wattles and pines and now we're into the native vegetation, and it just gets better. Look at this guy just here on the rock right in front of me, nearly trod on him. Isn't that amazing? So perfectly hidden. So the early stages of this walk, we're in the Miombo woodland. Beautiful stunted msasa trees. Stunted because the soil is so shallow, so they grow really short. They used to believe that the msasas in the Eastern Highlands of Zimbabwe were a different subspecies because they grew so short. But it turns out if you take the seed from a msasa here and you take it to somewhere where there's a deep soil and plant it, it comes out just like a normal msasa. So it's not a different subspecies, it's just that the soils are very shallow here and the tree adapts by growing very short and low to the ground. Okay, here's a little quirk of taxonomic nomenclature. In Latin, the letters PI are pronounced P, as in pistol or pito, but in this case they are pronounced pi, and this tree is called Pinus. Why do you think that is? If I asked you how many species of acacia there are in southern Africa, you'd probably scratch your head and go, oh, I don't know, what, 70, 80, maybe 100. Whatever answer you give me is almost certainly wrong. The correct answer is there are no species of acacia in southern Africa. Boo-hoo. In 2012, an international group of botanical nomenclature specialists got together and obliterated all the acacias from Africa. So the only acacia species that you're going to find on a walk in this part of the world is this one, Acacia mienzi, which is what we call the dreaded black wattle. And it is in fact the only true acacia species that's found here. It's not natural, but it's a very invasive weed and it's all over the place. As for all the rest of the acacias, well, now they've all gone and migrated to Australia. And what we're left with here in southern Africa is a group of trees called Vachellia and Senegalia. Doesn't quite have the same ring, does it? Okay, funny story. A few years ago, friends of ours took us to Yosemite National Park in Northern California, and of course the centerpiece of Yosemite is El Capitan. Took us to El Capitan and we looked at it and I went, oh, looks just like Susurumba. They weren't that impressed. Anyway guys, our route from here is very simple. It's just a hop and a skip. We're gonna go along that line there, the crack line there. You can see the cave, a little bit of crawling, the last bit straight up vertical. It's not that hard. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
Shot of your bum, Gus.
Well then guys, we made it to the top. A little bit steep going up there, a few hairy moments. Nah, seriously, we took a nice easy path. I just staged that rock climbing bit for you. I know you were completely fooled by it. Anyway, we're here at the top and it's absolutely beautiful. Obviously there's no one else here. Quite possibly no one's been here for quite some time, given that it's lockdown. And we're able to enjoy this. It's a winter's day, but it must be 20 degrees on top of here, a little bit breezy. Absolutely beautiful. Manda says last time she did this was
29 years ago.
And that's it guys, slightly undignified, hasty exit from the mountain top there. It's the middle of the dry season, but we're in the mountains and anything can happen. And suddenly this big black heavy cloud started rolling towards us, full of what looked like rain. So we thought, better not be on the top of the mountain when that comes in. So now we are nearly at the bottom, back to our starting point, the 65-year-old Pine Tree Inn, and it's time for a nice warm cup of tea. Thanks guys for watching, and thanks for supporting me, and thanks Max for holding the camera so steadily. This is his first time behind the camera. It's not Max Libretton, this is a different Max, and he's done an amazing job. Thank you Max Carnegie, thank you all of you. And I will see you again very soon. Take it easy. Bye.
Oh wow! So hot in my car.